here we are with some Street Fighter 6. This was originally supposed to be a little bit of a hype and concern video for Tekken 7, but I realized that I already recorded the video, I was already ready to upload it, and then I realized that the Tekken... Did I say Tekken 7? I meant to say Tekken 8 if I said Tekken 7. But I realized the Tekken 7 World Finals was this week. So they might announce stuff for Tekken 8 there, and that may literally change the entire topic of the video. Because a lot of my problems with Tekken 8 right now is in the post-launch department. I don't know how they're going to handle it. And more importantly, I'm very against the idea of them only being 4 DLC characters, especially if those character slots go to characters that were already in Tekken 7. I really do hope that they reveal the DLC there. Kind of like Capcom did for Street Fighter 6. They revealed the DLC a little bit before the game came out, so you knew exactly what you were getting. I think it's very old-fashioned and very just not fun when you're buying a season pass and literally the season pass is just going to be people that were already in Tekken 7. I simply do not care. I understand that there's some people who will, love that, but I want characters that were not in Tekken 7 or guest characters or both. Anyways, here we are with some Street Fighter 6. I've been getting back into it because I know that, Ed has to drop soon, right? It's been a long time since Aki came out, and the Capcom... My biggest fear is that Ed comes out on the Capcom Cup Finals, because that's just an insanely long time. So that would suck, but I still want to just, get used to the game again. Because, my JP and my Marissa are in Masters, and my Ken is, was Diamond 5, so literally he was only a couple minutes away from hitting Master. But I realized that I was just so rusty from, I haven't played Street Fighter 6 since Rashid came out. I haven't touched... My mains were JP, Marissa, and Ken, and I haven't played any of those characters since Rashid came out. Since Rashid came out, I only played Rashid for like a week, and then I played Aki for a few days. So I literally was so rusty. And I didn't want to sacrifice my MR. Because, I know MR is a very important thing. I'm not too familiar with it because I haven't really played much since they added MR. But I didn't want to sacrifice my MR because I knew I was extremely rusty, right? I played a little bit of Master Rank, and I was winning some games, but I'm going to be honest, I was losing way more than I was winning. So I decided, you know what? Why don't I just relearn the game? So RYU was ranked Platinum 2. I haven't played RYU since the day the game came out, and I did placement matches with RYU, just to see, where I would get, because obviously he was a character in the demo, so I had been practicing with RYU before the game came out, and surprisingly, I only got Plat 2 with RYU, but I remember placing in Diamond with Ken, even though Ken wasn't even in the demo, so I didn't really have much practice with him. But yeah, my RYU ended up placing Plat 2, day 1, and I just never touched him again, because I didn't even really want to play RYU, I just wanted to, see where I would place. So essentially what that has done is it's made me, nowadays, here we are, I have to grind RYU out of Plat, because here's the thing, even if you have a good win rate, it takes a lot of games to get out of Plat. It really does. It doesn't matter how good your win rate is. You're going to be here for a few hours. Even if you don't lose a single game, it's going to take you, at least... Let's say you're going from Plat 1 all the way to Diamond 1. and you don't lose a single match, it's gonna take you at least like maybe 2 hours to get out of that. Which is why, you know, you should place Diamond. But unfortunately, like I said, this was, you know, me from the past that made me place in Plat. So I'm just, you know, trying to grind myself out of it. So yeah, and I'm honestly, you know, it may sound like I'm not too happy about that, but I'm gonna be honest, it really helps because not only am I starting at a little bit of a lower rank, but I'm essentially, you know, using the most default character in the whole game, you know, RYU. And it's really helping me get, you know, used to the way this game feels, you know. RYU has almost no gimmicks at all. He's, you know, he's RYU. He's super straightforward. He does everything, but he doesn't do anything extremely well. You know, in this game, he's considered mid-tier. And that's just a nice change of pace because literally, like I said, I was a JP, Marissa, and Ken main. And no, I didn't play them because they were top tier. I mean, you could check my channel. I was literally playing JP like day 2 or something. No one really knew he was going to be super top tier. And you know, most people from the beta thought Ken was worse than RYU because RYU just did so much more damage and RYU is simpler than Ken. So everyone just assumed that RYU was better. Not true. Ken is way better than RYU. Obviously Marissa is pretty top tier, and then JP is arguably the best character in the game. So unfortunately, you know, I am a huge Ken fan, so I was going to play Ken either way. And, you know, JP was just, I was like, when the day the game came out, I was a Marissa main, but I honestly thought Marissa was bad. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta find someone else. And I'm like, you know what? JP looks like the saucy character of this game. Let me play JP. Turned out to be broken, you know, and then I went back to Marissa, because you know, I missed the big meaty damage, and she turned out to be pretty top tier. And by this point, everyone already knew Ken was top tier, but, I mean, I wanted to play Ken because he's Ken. So, yeah, I was, you know, I've been stuck with top tiers the whole time, and like, playing RYU has made me feel a different side of this game, and I literally feel like I'm becoming better, just from playing RYU, because, I mean, I'm reacting to stuff, even though I'm only in Platinum, with RYU. I mean, I've been reacting to stuff like crazy. I don't know if I did it particularly in this video, but I mean, like, I would see someone's feet leave the ground for a half a millisecond, and I would jump up and check it with an air jab, you know, which is just stuff I didn't really do on other characters, because my other characters, I don't know, I just didn't really feel like I had to do that with them. But you know, RYU in this game, even though he's mid-tier, he's like a brick wall, you know. He's really hard to get by if you play him right, but if you start kind of like panicking or rushing with RYU, he'll, you know, people will kind of start getting by you and getting in. But he's literally like a brick wall. He doesn't have many tricks, but I mean, literally, Ryu's just like the perfect character, and I should have been playing him from the start. He just feels like, I mean, I was a RYU main in the beta, but he just feels like if he gets buffed slightly, he'll be top tier. And that's kind of the character that I want to play, because it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like I'm doing a lot more to win, but also I'm not just being straight up aggravated that my character cannot perform, because he can do a lot of things that most other characters can do. It's just that most other characters can do it better than him. Another thing I really like is his damage. Like, just look at this. I mean, that's a good amount of damage, you know. Like, just bam, 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 bam. Like, that's some good damage. And it's just satisfying. It's simple. I enjoy it, you know. And I think I'm going to be a better player by the time that Ed comes out. My goal is to hit Master with RYU by the time Ed comes out. That is my goal. So, yeah. Uh, Overall, I'm enjoying this game again. You know, I haven't played it in a long time because I was just waiting for characters. But I think I made a good call by hopping back on the game and getting used to it again before Ed came out. While also using a character that I wasn't too familiar with already. So, you know, it feels kind of fresh. Yeah, I'm just having a good time. Just having a good time. So, yeah. You know, Street Fighter 6 is back on the channel because I do believe we're about to enter the golden age of this game because we're gonna get Ed, and you know, Ed isn't a very popular character, but I mean, his play style in this game would be so much fun. And then literally after that, we're gonna get Akuma, and then after Akuma, we're gonna, assuming, you know, the game continues, which it definitely will, we're literally gonna get Season 2. And I'm even more excited for Season 2 now that we've got characters like Aki and Rashid out of the way. Oh man, I can't wait for what's in Season 2. So right now, we're about to enter the peak of this game, I have a feeling. So it's just, I'm glad that I started playing this again. And then on top of it all, put the cherry on top, right as I was starting to play the game again, I got accepted into the Capcom Creator Program, so I can, you know, make this content better, you know, using the resources that they give me. So, you love to see it. Anyways, yeah, you know, like, subscribe, just, you know, a little bit of a chill Street Fighter 6 video for today. I'm going to be uploading some more Grand Blue, and then, you know, I'm definitely, within the next week, I'm going to upload that Tekken video after we see what's in the Tekken World Finals this weekend. Yeah, peace.